So to get to the point of the video, what I realize is that I'm in a monkey nest. I'm disguised as a monkey in a big monkey nest. You also need to block 99.9% of green light because green light also stimulates you. So as many of you know, I eat a bunch of raw animal products, and unfortunately you can't get very high quality if you're just gonna buy meat from supermarkets. So what you do is you go find a butcher or a meat store where they have high quality stuff, where the beef fat is yellow, where the liver tastes sweet when it's eaten raw, with no hint of bitterness whatsoever, and you go buy stuff from there. But unfortunately, for me, they're not near me, so I have to take the train over there. It takes 20 minutes. I go there every 10 days or so, and I buy liver approximately once a month because you don't want to overload with liver. You can do that in the beginning if you haven't eaten a lot of liver, but when you're good on vitamin A and copper, just eat it once a month. Okay, now we got distracted by the liver. I go buy liver, I go buy beef fat, and I usually also buy bone marrow because it's the only food that gives you stem cells, which is pretty cool. Okay, so the last time I journeyed into the inner city was approximately 3 days ago. I got liver and I got beef fat. And on the train I meditate, okay? So I become very clear-headed. The level of, you could say, insight into reality increases, and what I mean by that is you usually mistake your voice as you, but it's just sound, right? If you listen to music and you listen to your own voice while you're talking, that's essentially the same thing. Just because you feel like someone is choosing to speak or not doesn't render the sound more you or not. Okay, so I take the railway, then I take the subway, then I go out, I buy the meat, then I go onto the subway again, and then as I'm going to the railway in, the central station of Stockholm, I'm going down the escalator and the train has just arrived. And a bunch of people are going up the escalators. Since I'm very clear-headed, I get this thought, because I feel like I'm disguised like this. This is actually just a disguise. It feels like that. It's a funny, entertaining thought to have in your daily life. So to get to the point of the video, what I realize is that I'm in a monkey nest. I'm disguised as a monkey in a big monkey nest. And all of these people are monkeys. And what I mean by monkeys is it's not an insult. It's just that genetically we're very close to monkeys. We're just another, you've got Homo sapiens, you've got chimpanzees, you've got gorillas. We're just a monkey that is much more advanced than all the other animals intellectually. And so it's funny to think that way, because you're like an alien and you're observing a bunch of monkeys that have built this complex underground system that makes transportation easy for a bunch of monkeys. The other realization from a health perspective is that we're supposed to be out in nature. We're not supposed to be underground in a big EMF metal cage. We're not supposed to sit at work for 8 hours a day on a desk staring into a screen. We're supposed to be out in the forest, laughing our asses off, hunting, and singing and dancing around a campfire. Thing is, I just deleted a clip where I say that humanity chose to advance, but I stand corrected. We didn't choose to advance, we just advanced, and then a bunch of health consequences came up because we changed our environment. And so you have to realize this. Really, really get it into your brain that because we've changed, because you have been born in an era of humanity where the environment has changed extremely rapidly over a very short amount of time, there are so many health consequences or health hazards that you have to watch out for. Now, what I've described over here is literally the commandment of evolution in my book, and it's that you have to adhere to the environment that we evolved in if you want to be healthy, and if you don't, you're gonna suffer health consequences. Hopefully I'm not being too repetitive, but if you get the book, you get an explanation of the commandment of evolution that is pretty in-depth, but you'll also get the 3 things that I believe are the most important when it comes to environmental changes, and I give you the solution to them too. Outside of the book, how do we solve these problems? Well, let's take the problem of light. As you know, blue light is bad at night because it's good in the morning because it increases your cortisol, which makes you awake. It's associated with being awake. But cortisol is not good at night because it's the antagonist of melatonin, and melatonin is the sleep hormone. You don't want to be awake at night because at night you want to sleep. A long time ago, when we didn't have artificial lights, we couldn't even get blue light at night. It was impossible. There were no sources of blue light. So our ancestors walked around without seeing a single little snippet of blue light at night. To sleep well and to have a well-regulated circadian rhythm, we need to do what they did. But the problem is, in all houses you've got a bunch of blue light. That's really, really bad. You can't have that at night. So there are two options, and I'm gonna tell you about my favorite one. But the first one, which I implemented into my room without really thinking about the second alternative, is you get near-infrared lamps. And so you've got light that you might not be as used to it as the lights you see on the street or in a normal room, but it gets the job done. It won't mess you up from a sleep perspective. So it's worth getting. But if you don't like that, if you don't want permanent changes, then the second alternative, which I've just recently ordered, is blue light blocking glasses. And I have to warn you, because many people make the mistake of not researching the topic that they're gonna buy stuff for or because of. And so when it comes to blue light blocking glasses, you might think that those yellow tinted glasses that are straight that you see on Amazon are adequate, but they're not. And that's because of a few reasons. The first one is they block blue light, but not 99.9% of it. They might block 80 or 60% of it. You also need to block 99.9% of green light because green light also stimulates you. Now, thankfully, the market has caught up to these two demands. But there is another one that only two companies satisfy. And that is that you need to cover the entire eye. You can't have stuff seeping in from the sides because that's still going to stimulate the cortisol thingy in your mind. Now, thanks to someone who wrote a fantastic article about the topic, which I'm gonna link down below, I now know of the two best glasses, blue light blocking glasses on the market, because these are the only two that block, everything. You don't see things from here or here or here. The two brands are Safety Blue and what's the other one called? True Dark. So you've got the True Dark Twilight glasses, I believe they're called, and the ones I got, which I believe are the best ones according to the article and from just looking at the glasses, which is the main point of the article. Safety Blue Sleep Savior Ultra, I believe I believe they're called. Good God, I can't speak today. Now, this that I'm about to tell you is why I'm here, why I make these videos. Because here we've got a fantastic situation where humanity has grown a lot, and we've made these unnatural monkey nests everywhere around the world, and we haven't thought about health. But then you get the health community, and they tell you to wear blue light blocking glasses so that all the artificial lights that we've created don't have to be taken down or don't have to be changed, and we still maintain a fantastic circadian rhythm. I mean, that last segment, that might as well be composed by Mozart. Come on. You've got glasses that counter artificial light. We're winning. If everyone gets blue light blocking glasses, the health revolution will already be complete. Now, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, and I haven't even talked to the guy who made the article at all. I never talked to anyone. I'm not famous enough for that. But I'd highly recommend that you get blue light blocking glasses and that you wear them at night. That, or if you live alone or with people who don't care about you switching out all the lights to near-infrared light and making the place look like something straight out of a movie, then go do that if you don't want to wear glasses. Lastly, they might be expensive, but since there's something that never has to be replaced again, I mean, they're not shoes, they're not going to be ground down, they're just going to sit on your face. It's a very good investment, especially if it makes you sleep well. And with that said, go and achieve excellent health. I know you can do it.